Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. Once again, it is the three middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Yep, and in this particular video, we're going to continue on with the video game news. A lot of stuff happened this week. A lot of stuff, you know, a little bit happier, like with the 25th anniversary of the Super Nintendo coming out. And a lot of stuff not so happy. A little bit of news that's definitely bound to upset a lot of people. Maybe 40 million users as far as people, is that the price of PlayStation Plus is going up next month. It is for a 1-year subscription is no longer going to be $49.99 or $50. It is going to be moving to $60, which is going to match what Xbox or Microsoft currently charges for Xbox Live, a gold account, for their 12-year service. Bots, gentlemen, especially considering you both own PS4s and it's required for multiplayer.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry. With this, to me, it comes to no surprise at all. It really doesn't. You know, it's just that Xbox has been doing it for eons, $60. But the thing is, what a lot of people are concerned about is that the quality of the online PSN, for that matter, has not been great. I mean, the PlayStation 4 has been doing outstanding as a machine, but there's been some major problems with their network, getting disconnected, hacked, and all. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen on the other side as well, but apparently it happens more on the PlayStation 4, and that might come, I mean, the PlayStation Network, but that might come in because of how popular the PlayStation Network is this console generation. So for them to say, starting September, we're going to hike this up $10 to $60 and still have the same quality of network, that I don't know what they're doing. I mean, right now, the only thing that's really successful at Sony is their gaming. Their gaming is pretty much, you know, that's it. That's something that's really successful at Sony. And I guess you know, a lot of people are laughing because of that bomb movie that nobody wants to talk about right now. And they're trying to make up for the big, huge loss of that movie by hiking up the PlayStation. I'm just kidding. But that's what rumors are going around, is why it was raised up $10, because they're trying to make back that money. But hey, but they're making it $60 now and keeping the same service. No benefits, like, hey, we're just going to raise you $10.
What about you, Theme? You're about to chime in.
I concur with everything Gray Mouse just said. If you're going to hike up the price but still have the same quality, fuck you. I mean, there has to be some changes and some added security. I mean, come on. As Gray Mouse said, hacked and more hacked and more hacked. Yes, it happens to the other side, but not as much as motherfuckers have been hacking Sony for a very long time. And yeah, if you're going to keep this the same and then hack up the price, it's like, okay, then what the fuck is the extra $10 going for? Is it, like Gray Mouse said, is it going to make up the loss of the fucking Sony movie that we don't want to mention? Or are they actually going to come up with improvements? Are they going to have more features? Are they going to have, I don't know. But as Gray Mouse said, this comes to no surprise. It's going to happen sooner or later. I mean, they want to try to match Microsoft and Xbox Live. But between you and me, I mean, come on. They're not going to.
Microsoft or
Xbox Live is so far ahead as far as that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, Xbox Live basically revolutionized it for the console. As far as online, it did. Yes, online gaming has been existent since, you know, the PC and on console, the Dreamcast, and even the Sega Saturn, the SNES, and Genesis. You could actually do it on certain means. by certain means. But Sony, look, if you're going to raise this price, you better be raising it for a good fucking reason. And I can understand it's only $10. It's only $10. Now people shouldn't be crying about that. I mean, that's like what, an extra 77 cents a month, roughly.
Yep.
Come on. It's not like you can't. It's not like it's going to break you. It's not like you can't afford it. Now, if it would have been $100 for a yearly subscription, yeah, middle fingers to all that garbage.
Well, what's funny is that you mentioned that is that when Microsoft used to be $50 as well, but when they went to the 360, correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong. I think right after they made it to 360 or a little bit after they raised it to $60, but the quality of Xbox Live just was phenomenal, and it made up for that $10. Sony, on the other hand, which is doing it right now, is like, hey, oh, by the way, guys, we're going to raise you 10, and that's it.
The thing about it is, I remember when an apology was made that they were going to start actually charging for PlayStation Network as far as
multiplayer
that they have now, and they're like, sorry guys, we have to do it, and in order to make this better, we're going to need more from you. We're sorry we have to do this.
They didn't even do it this time. They didn't even apologize. They said, we're raising it $10. I mean, because when they went to PlayStation 4, that's when they raised it, or that's when they caught when PlayStation Plus cost money. Because PlayStation 3 you can still play multiplayer and online. But when they went to PlayStation 4, they started charging at $50. And then now they're raising it, 3 years later, they're raising it $10 to match Microsoft. But, Microsoft Xbox Live and Sony PlayStation Network are opposite ends of the spectrum. I mean, if you want the better deal, the Microsoft or Xbox Live is a much better online service than PlayStation could ever be. I don't know what it is.
Here's the thing. There are certain people that are going to try to argue that. And yes, both systems have lag. Both systems have their issues. Both systems have their problems as far as online gaming. But I'm not going to, and look, this is coming from someone that doesn't have an Xbox One. Okay, I have a PS4 now. But I will say that Xbox Live is more superior than the PlayStation Network as far as what can be offered, the features, and how long they've been doing it. It's more of a safe haven. Is if you're going to call it anything as far as comparison between the two.
Well, the thing, too, is that, I mean, it better be good. It's coming from Microsoft. It seems like Microsoft understands networking better than Sony. Because they've been doing it. Say again?
They understand networking better than their games.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm not going to argue that point. And it comes with being, involved with, PC for so long. So
let me go ahead and clear up some details here that I think you guys are missing on both sides. All right. Number one, the reason why Xbox Live has been so successful, and the reason why it's been so good for multiplayer gaming and online gaming is that Microsoft took the role of trying to figure out how this online fucking gaming is going to work, and built a backbone for developers to work with. Okay, with Sony, it's still up to the developer, up to the publisher to go ahead and fit everything together. Microsoft said, "Fuck that bullshit. You're going to make it work to infrastructure." Okay, and because of that, that's the reason why it works so well. Okay, nobody has to guess how it's supposed. Microsoft already showed them, and they put it in fucking place. All right, that's number one. Okay, the thing with PSN. Multiplayer has always been free all the way up until the PS4. Okay. Yeah. But it was inevitable that it was gonna go ahead and it was gonna show up. The whole thing about PlayStation Plus, as far as that goes, is that when PlayStation Plus was offered on the PS3, I know this because I have my PlayStation Plus. I used to have my PlayStation Plus account and everything. Is that it was there to go ahead and give you extra stuff. Okay, unlike Microsoft that used Xbox Live as a fucking paywall the existing services outside of their fucking system. All right, why the fuck do you need to pay an extra $5 per fucking month so that I could use Netflix on your fucking box? I already paid for fucking Netflix. It's the same reason why they're not able to do that in fucking Europe for those types of services. And they can't do that for the fucking Xbox One. Okay? It's because they're like, no, you are double dipping on a service that you're not even fucking providing.
Right.
Okay? So Microsoft has their issues. Okay? Now with Sony, the thing with PlayStation Plus being tacked on for multiplayer, that was pretty much fucking inevitable. Okay? On both sides, you know, having to sit there and play on multiplayer is bullshit. All right? Look, I can get Street Fighter 5. I can install it on my fucking PC, and I will be able to find games. Okay? And nobody's going to charge me shit. Let's just be honest. Okay? I mean, that's... here's... I understand the whole service thing, and the funny thing is that, okay, just imagine what happens when everybody's getting paid $15 an hour. Fuck. All right. That's another thing. The truth of the matter is that both of you guys hit the nail right on the head. Everybody is asking, so what the fuck else are they offering for this extra $10? Okay, because let's just be honest. The free games that they put out, you know, when it comes to AAA titles, if they do come out, they're usually games that were AAA titles like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. Now, if you just want to go ahead and try out a game that you never got around to, maybe that's a cool deal. But I'm going to be fucking honest. I just cleared off half a dozen fucking titles off of my PS3 because my PlayStation Plus account lapsed. It's not really free. You're paying a rental fee. All right. You know, there's.
See, I could chime in on this a little bit. For the games for gold, the games are better on Xbox. The free games that they give you is better on Xbox Live than it is on PlayStation Network. Majority of the games that come on PlayStation Network are indie games at best. There are some, like you said, AAA titles, but we're talking about 5 years, 6 years old type games.
Well,
that's one thing that people are complaining about is like, why is Xbox Live offering, you know, these AAA titles that are relatively new? I'm not saying the brand's making new ones, but more relatively new than the PlayStation Network. And then and they're charging $60. So now you're gonna, as a PlayStation Plus member, you're gonna charge me an extra $10, and you're still gonna give us crap.
They don't have to offer you a damn thing.
No, they don't.
No, you're right. You're right.
On the flip side, too, the PlayStation Plus also allows you to go ahead. They're still releasing they're still giving you PSP games, all right, for fucking PlayStation Plus. And they're not really just going ahead and giving you games on one platform. They're giving you for 2 platforms. So, I mean, there's upsides to this, and I'm not saying that the service isn't without value, but the big thing that a lot of people are going to be sticking to, and there's the same thing that happened with Netflix when they upped their subscription service, was that, what are you giving us? What else is coming to us that's extra? And the truth of the matter is that this is particularly inflation and them trying to buttress other things that they need to make up for. Let's just be completely fucking honest. All right. And it's just like, you know, the funny thing about it is that it doesn't matter if it's PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold. If you search the internet, you will find deals. I have not paid full price for 12-month fucking subscriptions for either fucking service ever. It's only a few clicks away, people. You can find them. All right. Any other thoughts on PlayStation Plus increasing in price, gentlemen?
But shit, as we all been saying, you better offer more shit if you're going to be increasing this price. More security for your fucking server, more high quality games, more, better free games. You got to match Microsoft here, or try to one up them. You gotta have more competition here. or else it's like, fuck, you're just gonna raise the price just for what we have now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
To me, I think that a lot of these guys are going to drop from the Plus. I mean, you don't really. I mean, if you're not a multiplayer type person, I mean, the quality of the games that you're getting for Plus, it just does not. It's not worth it. So
Plus is but I mean, most people want that online gameplay as well.
Well, I'm just saying, for people like me, I have a PlayStation 4, but I don't have a Plus account. And I don't really need it because I don't play multiplayer games that much. I'm more into, The Last of Us and those type of games, you know what I mean, off the PlayStation. So I don't really need, you're not giving me an incentive to get a Plus membership. You're not. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. You're not. Because the games that you're offering me, I could more than likely get it off of Steam. There are some that are on Steam, but I could find it somewhere else. It's just, I don't really need PlayStation Plus. I don't. That's just my opinion.
I mean, same here. That's the reason why I let my account lapse.
Yep.
Speaking of PlayStation services, there was a particular bombshell that came out earlier this week. Actually, I guess it was announced in a meeting, but the media didn't come around to it until around Wednesday or so. But it was announced that PlayStation Now, which is Sony's streaming service for games, is going to be hitting PC later on this year. This particular service is $20 a month or $45 if you buy it in 3-month packages. That's set to allow you to go ahead and play your PlayStation titles, 400 titles all the way up from the PS1 up, all the way up to PS3 now, on your PC or your Mac with capable hardware. What do you guys think about that?
Wait a minute. You said $20 a year?
No, $20 a month.
A month. $20 a month.
Yeah.
So
that's the same way it is for the PS4.
Yep.
So $20 a month on top of the $60. That's $100 right there.
No. You can get PlayStation Now without what I'm saying is that you can get PlayStation Now, and you can get that without having a PlayStation Plus account. Okay. Right. Yeah, and
that's what I was asking.
It's a subscription service. It's $20 a month.
You're not going to have a PS Plus account on your PC.
Yeah, you're not. Okay. I mean, you can have a PlayStation Network account there, but as far as it goes, now they're going to expand it out away from just their consoles to the PC, which honestly I think is actually great. Not that I'm going to go out of my way to set up a subscription service, but I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think?
You see, the thing about that is, and this is what's so great about that, now up to the PS3, of course, you can play Sony exclusive titles.
Mm-hmm.
PC.
Yep.
Let's think about it. You're going to be able to play Sony exclusives like The Last of Us, the Uncharted series, the God of Wars. That's pretty fucking good. And then you still have the third party from like Steam or even PlayStation Now. So yeah, that pretty much. I mean, if you don't have it already for the PS4, and if you are a PC gamer, I don't see, and most people pay like subscriptions for monthly games anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you pay, $20 for a subscription like this, and for a fucking library of games? I mean, fuck. I don't see why not.
Yep. What about you, Grey Mouse? What are your thoughts on it?
I understand your guys' enthusiasm, but I'm really weary of anybody, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, going away from their consoles. I understand they want to get a bigger audience, and there is a huge audience on PC. Obviously, Microsoft is leaning that way with Xbox and PC exclusive games. So
the Play Anywhere stuff.
And this Play Anywhere stuff, absolutely. And my concern, I maybe I'm being cynical, but I'm seeing the writing on the wall. It's like that consoles. It's going to get to a point to where consoles are no longer existent because
well, in the defense for the PlayStation Now, that's only PS3. You're not going to be able to get PS4 games.
Yeah.
Well, that'll probably be.
Well, I'm just saying, but yeah, exactly. But I'm looking in the future, man.
Yeah.
What's happening is that.
Plus, your PC has to be able to handle that type of stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. But see, the thing is, though, Microsoft was whispering this back in 2013. And then it seems like Sony was whispering it.
They shouted from the rooftops.
Yeah. And then Sony was whispering it.
From mountains.
Sony was whispering it, but then when they heard they saw the backlash from Microsoft, and they're like, whoa, no, we didn't say that. No, this ain't going to happen. But now, 3 years later, it's like, oh, now we're in an echo chamber here. You know, you're hearing it from all sides. And again, you know, I want to mention that we don't know anything about the NX. You know, but I don't see Nintendo's games ever going on PC. I just don't see that happening as of right now.
They'll end up on smartphones before they end up on PC.
Absolutely, and I agree. But the thing is, though, and this is good. This is good that, you know, PlayStation Now is going on PC, so the PC guys can play them. But as long as Sony keeps it straight and narrow and don't fucking do what Microsoft is doing, and you know, is trying to meld the PC and the console together, you know, and just make this one unit.
The only way if they would do that if they put their current generation games on the PC.
Yeah.
I really hope that don't happen.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. That's the only way that will be their fatal flaw, if there would be. Because, again, there wouldn't be any reason to get a fucking PS4 if everything's available on the PC. It just...
Yep.
Well, I mean, in a way, it's kind of doing away with a PlayStation 3. What's the point of having a PlayStation 3 when I can play it on my PC?
Well, the thing about it is, look, PlayStation 3 is just about dead and gone anyway. This is just to have PS3 games available, especially if you got someone like me that never owned a PS3.
Yeah.
So most of the library is there, so you can get that type of subscription and then just go and play those games.
Well, see, on the flip side of Microsoft, though, is what they're saying is that you buy the game once, right? You buy the game once, and you could play it on PC or Xbox One. It doesn't, you know, you don't have to pay an extra whatever it is. But on the PlayStation side, with PlayStation Now, is you got to pay $20 a month for that game.
No.
If you boil it down, if you really boil down the fact, you're paying $20 a month for those games that you want to play on your PC. But
well, you can say the same thing about.
Huh?
Well, I understand that, but you could say that about any monthly subscription, like Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah. But, you know, like on the Microsoft side, is like you pay $60 and you could play it both on the Xbox One and your PC. You only buy it once.
Let me point a few things out here.
No,
all right.
Subscription.
Let me point a few things out here that we have to keep in mind. Okay, on both sides of the fence, and I've said this before, and we kind of touched on, you know, digital media and stuff like that. On both sides of the fence, it doesn't matter if you're Microsoft or Sony. Where they want to go toward when it comes to consoles is that they want to turn them into streaming boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
They're moving into digital content, okay? Where you're going to stream shit like this onto your thing, and then you'll play it after you download it, or you don't even download the whole thing, okay? Let me go ahead and make this point also. About Play Anywhere, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, or negative 359 market structure, and the PlayStation Now. Guess what? In either market structure, you don't own anything.
Right.
Okay? Because the truth of the matter is that you have no physical media to own.
Nope.
Okay? All right. And you're going to run out of hard drive space. Okay?
That's one.
Yeah, you're going to run out of hard drive space, and what if servers go down? Okay.
I was just about to say the same thing. If you don't have internet, your PS Now, or if you have shoddy internet, there are a lot of people that try to play shit from wireless connections, and their wireless connections aren't that great. And if you're trying to do PlayStation Now, you're streaming the game as it goes along.
Yep.
You're streaming it just like you would be doing Netflix or anything like that. So if your internet is not all that great, then PS Now is not going to be all that great. Yeah. Plus, if those servers shut down, all those games will go with it.
And one thing, too, is what we're failing to realize is that both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One have a streaming service already, simply because you could actually pre-order the game, right? You don't even have to have the disc. And you could actually have that game on your hard drive, and then when that game gets released at $23.59 on January 1st, whatever, you could actually play, instead of going out to your video game store or Amazon having it delivered to your house, you could actually already download the game onto your system. While I've done that.
Okay, one of the flaws is what Reverend pointed out earlier.
Yeah.
Hard drive space.
Yep.
Some of these games are like a whole bunch of gigabytes.
Yep.
Up to 54.
Yeah. And let's say if you only have like 500 gigs, 54.
That's 9 games.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, though,
even that.
With PlayStation 4, at least it has a removable hard drive where you can...
Oh, yeah, but you can add hard drives onto the Xbox One.
Yes. And externals. But the thing is, though, correct me if I'm wrong, I could actually add a 5 or a 7 terabyte hard drive to my Xbox One, but you can't do that for PlayStation 4. I don't think they have a hard drive that big yet. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Not yet, but my whole thing about like mentioning hard drive space is that when you're dealing with online subscriptions or stuff like this here, is that, you know, hard drive space becomes it's a premium. All right.
Yep.
And you're going to reach a cap on either one. Okay. My thing with comparing like PS Now on PC over the Play Anywhere stuff with the Xbox negative 359 is that the thing about it is that where the big thing that all of you guys have brought up is that, you know, if I have Windows 10, okay, I can get the current Xbox One stuff. Mm-hmm. Where is my incentive to go ahead and get an Xbox One?
Right.
Now, with PlayStation Now, if
you really are in love with the Halo series.
Yeah. I mean, with PlayStation Now, you know, if all they're going up to is PS3 up to this point, I still have an incentive to get a PS4. Even at that point, if they decide to go ahead and say, all right, we're going to start bringing PS4 stuff in, but it's stuff that's like 3 or 4 years old, then yeah, you still have an incentive to own a PS4. And the truth of the matter is that, you know, when you were trying to compare apples to oranges here, there's still a little bit of leeway, a lot of leeway that you have to play around with, especially if you're like the team and you've never owned a PS3 before. You know?
Absolutely.
And yes, I have PlayStation Now. So I've been going and I've been playing certain things that either I've never played before or that I just want to experience again. There are a lot of games that are on PlayStation Now that I was like, whoa, this is here? Like Sonic CD. That's there. Yep. There are certain games that I was like, whoa, this is from this. How did this get here? And I was like, okay, that's like the Dragon's Lairs and Space Ace on PlayStation Now, as long as you have a stable internet connection like I do. They play 100% like the arcade, no slowdown whatsoever. Yeah. I'm impressed. Yeah. I was just like, whoa, this flows like the fucking arcade does. I mean, we all have Dragon's Lair, Space Ace on disc or whatever, or on the Wii, but it plays smoother than the Wii version. Yep. As long as you have a stable internet connection. So, Yeah, there are games that I'm going to play that I've never played before because I didn't have a PS3. So instead of me trying to buy a PS3 and trying to cover every shelf I have with games, I can actually, because
I got a question. So if you don't pay your $20 a month, you lose access to that particular game?
Oh yeah, you just lose it. But you can
because it's a rental,
Yeah, it's a rental. But you can re-up and the thing about it is, I'm not going to try to make an argument about, oh, it's my game. No, it's not. It's renting. That's renting games.
Pretty much is what that's the PlayStation Now is renting. Yeah. It's like going to your Blockbuster.
That's like if I cut it on, and then I'll be like, nah, I don't want it for this month. I can just cut it off. If I feel like I'm not going to miss it or I have to catch up on other games, then fine. And I can afford it. It's okay. I don't have Netflix or any other subscriptions or anything like that, so it's not like I'm throwing money away here. Yeah. But yeah, this would, because for the first couple of months I was like, yeah, I'm going to play this, and then when it feels like, okay, I can cut this off for a while, I'm going to do so. I mean, but I understand there are flaws to that, but I understand there are flaws to that. That's just the bottom line there.
There's flaws to everything.
Just to totally defend it like it's the best thing in the universe. No.
I mean, and the truth of the matter is that when it comes to these particular services, at least with PS Now, they're pretty upfront. Hey, look, this is just a rental. It's a streaming service. That's all it is.
Yeah.
$20 a month. In my views, that's kind of steep. That'll add up. But if you have the option to sit there and say, well, yeah, I'm not just going to use it this month. That's cool. I mean, if I was still living with my parents and I could still get away with staying up until 4:50 in the morning, all right, doing nothing, and then all I did was I'd come home and all I did was fucking play video games all the fucking time and not worry about having that much responsibility. $20 for a fucking month for as many games as I can fucking power through, that would be fucking great. Maybe if this YouTube thing turns out as big as we hope it will, all right, and it starts paying the bills, maybe that'll be the case. But you know what? At that point, I think it's a novel service. It's great, but not.
Me, I have to agree. It's on the steep side for me. $240 a year is what it amounts to if you pay $20 a month. That's extremely steep for something that you don't own.
Yeah.
And I see the good side of it, and I see the bad side of it too. So I just want to let everybody out there know that we're not just bashing it. We're looking at both sides. We're looking at the Microsoft side. We're looking at the Sony side. We have no bias here. We're unbiased. We're just telling it like it is and how we see it. Mm-hmm. And we all have different opinions. And to me, I have to agree with the Reverend on this, that $240 a year, that's like 3 years of Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. But it is what it is. There are people, like you said, those people that live in their oh, wait a minute, there's a stereotype. Their basements at their mother's house, they can spend $20. They don't have to worry about groceries or food.
Oh, fuck that.
But other people, like us, that live on our own and have our own families and whatnot, $20 a month is a lot. That's like going to McDonald's every day, or once.
Yeah, I make my own lunch and go to work.
Yep.
No, but again, for people that's watching this and, oh my God, you're talking about no. Don't take it fucking personally. However you play your games, or however you spend your money, look, enjoy your games.
Yep.
Get your games, rent your games, whatever. Enjoy that shit the way you want to, as long as you're living within your means. And that's the thing about me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm living within my means. And if it's to the point where I'm just like, I don't want it for this month, I'm just going to cut it off. That's just, especially if I'm not using it. I'm like, no, this is just $20. I could just be going to like maybe Dave and Buster's or, going bowling or or just going for a drive and just getting. No, fuck that.
And the good thing is, like you said earlier, is that that you don't have to continue your service. You don't feel like
you can go month by month.
Yeah, if you decide to miss this month, you don't feel left out. It's not like a World of Warcraft subscription where if you miss a month, you fucking lose out.
Good point.
No, it's
Good
like
point.
drop it off and you can pick it up, right? I mean, whenever you want. Who cares? I mean, you may, huh?
Yeah, you don't get left behind.
No, you don't get left behind. You can pick it up at any time. And you could drop it at any time.
Yeah,
that's definitely a plus. I mean, if I'm feeling bored, 1 month, okay, I'll spend the extra $20 to have.
That's because when I first got my PS4, it came with a free month for that, and I was like, "What is this all about?" And I was like, and I'm going through all the games of it, and I'm playing shit, and I'm like, "Whoa, Sonic CD, huh?"
Yeah.
And I looked at all these other games on it, and I'm like, "This is kind of cool, even though it's missing certain things that I would like on here, but this is kind of cool. Maybe I could do this on and off."
Yeah.
Like I'm playing Eco right now.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to play this. And then once I'm done with it, okay, yeah, I'll move to Shallow Colossus. And when I'm done with that,
I mean, just like it is with any service that you sign up for, as far as the subscription goes, your mileage is going to vary, okay?
Yep.
I think all of us think that within certain parameters, it's actually kind of cool. And, depending on who you are, if you've got the time to make use of it, you can get a lot of gaming out of it, and that's it. All in all, with all the shortcomings and criticisms that we have, that's what we all push for, is a good way to go out of your way and actually play your fucking games.
So as a PC gamer, would you look into PlayStation now on your PC every once in a while? Or because I understand that $20 a month is pretty steep, especially if you either don't have a time or life, or if you do shit other than
Not right now, not at this moment in time. Okay, because like I said, it only offers the stuff up to PS3. And the truth of the matter is that if there's something that I want on PS3,
the thing about it is you have a PS3 and plus a library. So
no,
does it offer PlayStation 1 and 2 games?
No,
right?
Not yet. But I wouldn't be surprised that once the service gets big enough, it will. But that's something we'll just have to keep tabs on,
and that will be up to publishers to actually allow that.
Exactly. All right, and at this time, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you very much for staying with us over the last 35 minutes or so, folks. Like I say at the end of every video, hit like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you think about what we talk about, and PS Now and everything else. We are the 3 middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and rentals, gaming, PS Now, PC, thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? Are you going to get it? Are you excited for it? PS3 games, especially if you're like me and never had a PS3. Credits.
It's a lot better than going to fucking Blockbuster, just turning up at the shelf and seeing that shit's already taken.
Oh, God. Blockbuster, the warehouse, mom and pop stores, rentals back in the day. God damn it. I can't. Comparing that to this,